Today, actually, I have decided to do a raw vegan chili. I don't know if you guys have ever had it, and at first I was like, oh, skeptical. I've never liked chili. I was never really a big meat eater to begin with. I disliked meat when I was a child. I didn't like the texture of it. I didn't like the taste of it. I didn't really like meat. And so hi Alex, whenever we had vegan chili, I was like, oh, well, this is not bad. I like the crunchiness of this. You know, it's actually very tasty. So I decided to do that for a little while when we were vegan, and we constantly did it throughout the winter. I want a hearty meal today. I want something filling. So I'm like, what should I do that's raw? Because I don't want to have our Sunday overwhelming meal yet. So I want something more hearty, and I want to eat it with the boys, and I would consider that a cheat meal because I'm going to put nuts in it, and I try to stay away from those since those are protein, and along the other bad things about it, it affects my body horribly. Like, if I want to put on weight, I can look at nuts and put on weight. I mean, seriously, guys. But it will be considered my cheat meal. So anyway, it's a super quick and easy recipe. It's raw, and it tastes delicious. And at first, whenever I started trying like a lot of raw recipes, I was like, ew, why would you eat that? Like, I'd rather just eat whatever. But trying to make something, spend like hours in the kitchen trying to make it all fancy, it looks phenomenal, and now I don't even want to eat it. So it's a really quick and easy recipe, and I'm going to walk you through the steps, and you guys are going to be done in less than 10 minutes if you have a food processor, a little while longer if you do not, because then you have to chop everything up. And here are the ingredients. So this is the ingredients that you guys will need. I have 2 mushrooms, 1 cup of minced celery, 1 cup of red onion, 2 red bell peppers, 2 cups of carrots, half a cup of almonds or more to taste, whether you want to peel them or not, that's up to you. 1 cup of sun-dried tomatoes that were soaked overnight for at least 2 hours. You could add olive oil. I don't normally add olive oil to anything really that I do. You need namashu to taste. I have about 6 tablespoons here, but I may lose a little less than that depending on how salty it is. Then 4 to 6 tablespoons of oregano, 4 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, and you can add 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. I am going to add a little bit of jalapeno to mine just because I like the extra kick. The boys are probably not going to have the jalapeno. And I'm going to start mincing all that right now and use it in my food processor so it does not take long at all. Use almonds. You can use really any nut depending on how crunchy you like it. To me, almonds are very crunchy. You can chop them up and you'll still get like this texture, and I'm looking for texture. I'm always looking for texture because I think one of the main things a lot of people forget is that they do miss textural things and flavors, and so you can actually enhance every single flavor and texture with raw foods, but almonds is like what I was looking for. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you, the recipe that I had originally started doing it called for a cup, I think, but I played around with it so many times, and a cup was way too much for me. Like I said, I don't have any malabsorption. I've cleared all that up, and so a lot of times, and what I mean is, like, you know, most people that could eat a lot and not gain weight, not only is maybe genetical in some way they think, but they're malabsorbed, and so everything goes through their body and they don't get the nutrients out of their food. Me, I look at food and I put it anywhere in my body, so no problems there. But those are my almonds, and they were old. They were sitting in my pantry for a long time. I just didn't use them. So what I'll do, they have this funky smell to them. I washed them, I soaked them overnight, and removed everything that was bad for me in there. And now it's a whole lot easier to peel them when they're fresh. I'm going to peel them because once you chop your almonds up, what happens is you're left with these delicious things that you can kind of chew on. I mean, if that's your thing, chew on them. I don't like to. So I'm gonna peel my almonds, and we're gonna get started with everything else afterwards. It does make sense. So the only thing that I need to do now is just pulse the nuts a couple of times. Brayden is finishing peeling those for me while I mixed everything together that I had pulsed previously. And I could have actually went to cut everything and it would have taken me a long time, but I did not, so it's a little more pulse.
So what do I do with this one?
Peel it, it's cool. Yep, so we'll go ahead and start with the chili powder. I'll need 4 teaspoons, and that's a tablespoon, good thing I've seen that. You need 4 teaspoons of the chili powder, or just add it to your own taste. Actually, I only have 3 teaspoons. I'm gonna add chili powder. Oh well, it is what it is. You need 2 tablespoons of cumin. Smell it. You love it. You really do, I promise you.
Yeah, I guess I do.
You do, it gives it flavor. You wouldn't eat it without the cumin. I don't think so. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of cumin, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We won't tell them it's in there. And then you need 4 to 6 tablespoons of oregano. So I like it a little more, but do whatever you like. That's according to your taste. Well, I'm running out of oregano too. I guess everything goes here. Perfect. And then I'll add the jalapeno afterwards. A little bit of soy sauce.
Jalapeno?
Yeah, well, just for me. That was 6 tablespoons. Mix it all in. Add salt and pepper to taste. And voila, you have raw vegan chili.
That looks yummy.
Yummy.
The raw chili is done.
Well, let's add on. Is it yummy?
Can I try it? Spicy.
It's spicy.
Water. Spicy. Water. Can I try it?
How about we add the nuts? See if it's spicy. Not spicy. You're always saying something spicy.
It's kind of spicy.
But good spicy or bad spicy? In the middle. So that is a constant dilemma that we have in our house. I like spicy stuff. Brayden's the same. I like spicy stuff, and Alex does not. Will you put that in the same place?
I like cream
I have
spicy.
a few more here. So this is all chopped up now. We're gonna add the crunchiness.
Let me see.
Let me see. Excited?
Not really.
Not really. Over. Mixing it all up. Alright, mix it all up. And it is ready to be served. What I do a lot of times, I put it in the refrigerator to get a little bit more of like that colder texture. And then in the end, if we have leftover, which is seldom, but if we do have leftover, I'll just make it into little patties. I'll make it into little patties and I'll dehydrate it for 15 to 24 hours and I'll eat that with tzatziki sauce. But I don't think we'll have a lot left over this time. And this is the final result and the consistency of it once it's done. And I think the crunchiness of the nuts adds a little extra texture that I was missing before this. It is so good. Yes, it is a little spicy. So if you want to take it down a notch with the cayenne pepper, add 1/8 of a teaspoon, but it's still really good.
This is the best raw chili ever.
You just like when I make you special treats.
Mom, thanks for the best chili.
I thought it was spicy. You goose.
Yeah, it is spicy.
It is spicy, but you still like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed making our raw vegan chili recipe with us. And please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification button, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.